So, we often see chemical substances used as a way to cope with stress, anxiety, or trauma. But is escaping the pain through dependency truly the answer? Let's find out today on Joy Without Justification, the podcast. Hi there, everyone, and welcome back to Joy Without Justification. We are your one-stop spot for finding peace, presence, and purpose. No explanation is needed. I think I screw those words up every time that we do this. They go in a different form every direction.
That's okay.
I am your host, Denny.
And I'm Dan. Today's topic is a tough one, but it's very important. Chemical dependency and its limitations as a solution to deeper issues.
So, Dan, let me just ask you, what is your feeling on chemical dependency? Whether it's, because there's different forms of dependency. You've got alcoholism or you've got drug use. Mm-hmm. What is your feeling on this?
Well, I think people do it mainly because they're trying to numb something that they're trying to deal with. I am a recovering alcoholic. I had crippling anxiety from my youth, and I got into drinking, and it was that one day when I was at a meeting and it was kind of rough, and we had some drinks at the bar, and it's like, oh, okay, I feel relaxed. It just like a light went off in my head. If I drink, all these problems are kind of not here for a while. Yeah. And it hits your brain, it works on your GABA receptors, and just kind of causes that euphoric feeling, and that feels nice. So when problems arise, or situations get a little rough, whether it's in your mind or in real life, people like me would use alcohol to numb it. But that opens up the door to a myriad of other issues, of course.
Yeah. Well, chemical dependency, I mean, you have to admit, it can actually become more of a barrier than it is healing. It prevents us from facing our challenges head on, and it's more into developing unhealthy coping mechanisms when you're using it.
Well, sure. And that's, I think, the main problem is because we don't learn how to sit with our pain and discomfort in a healthy way. Yeah. So that's the big crux of it is, you just don't learn. It's something that it's not a skill set that is taught from our youth as we grow up. And it's an easy, quick escape. But what it does is it causes a bunch of other problems, Not only do you have the hangovers and the headaches and the nausea and all those other things, your problems just are over here growing more monstrous because you're not really sitting and dealing with them.
It could cause even some financial problems.
Oh, because, absolutely. It's expensive.
If you are, let's just admit, the word that everybody uses, whether you're drunk or high, looped, so bad to the point you don't even know if you're walking straight. Well, you end up falling into things and breaking things.
You do.
So financially, that can even...
But I think the real danger becomes, just like with anything else. So you start drinking in the quiet at home, and then you may start having a little nip in the morning. You may have a little nip after, if something went wrong in your day, and you say, oh, I'm not going to get drunk. I'm just going to take the edge off. And those are things that do happen and can happen. And of course, your coordination and everything's off. You could be in a wreck. You could hurt somebody else. Yeah, it is very problematic.
So then, what are some alternative solutions instead of using these chemical dependencies?
Well, right straight out, and you have to want this for yourself. You have to be able to say, "I'm done with the substitutes. I'm going to heal myself." But the biggest thing you have to do is you have to learn how to deal with your problems in real time. 99.99% of your problems are all upstairs in your head, because we are holding on or clinging to a trauma in the past, or we are anxious about something in the future. But you need to learn to sit with your sadness, your anxiety, your guilt, whatever. But therapy can be a very powerful tool for unpacking those kinds of traumas and to develop other coping mechanisms, for sure. That's probably step one, I would say.
Yeah. Now, I know with you, though, and not that you didn't do the therapy part, but one of the things that I've noticed is definitely that has helped and works with you is your mindfulness practices, your meditations. You nightly, every night at 8 o'clock or 7:30, whatever time strikes you. But you meditate, and that does seem to help you manage with your stress and to stay present in the moment.
Sure. It does, because meditation does a couple things. So a lot of people think it's just, you just do that and your anxiety goes away. Meditation actually teaches you how to live in the present moment. So first and foremost, it doesn't teach you to hide from your feelings. It teaches you to deal with them. So, anxiety isn't about clearing your mind and all that stuff that we think it is. It's about sitting there. It's about acknowledging the anxiety, but you don't label it. So what we tend to do is we tend to think of our emotions in terms of good or bad. So anxiety, we just assume is bad, or anger is bad. They're not bad in and of themselves. They serve a purpose. So when you're meditating and you feel anxious, you kind of just let yourself know, I'm anxious. And then you just let it fade off like a cloud. And any thoughts and emotions that are there, you just kind of let them rise and dissolve on their own. And if your mind starts to wander, you just pull yourself back into the present. But what that does is it teaches you to just sit with it, acknowledge it, and then move on from it. It's teaching you not to detach to outcomes, so that these problems really, you start to see that most of them were created in your own mind. And you also start to work with the fact that life has a flow, and it's just going to do what it's going to do. You can't control it, so you might as well roll with it. So once you learn that some of the problems are in my head, you don't have those anymore, but you may go through a certain circumstance and you just weather the storm and get through it. So it's teaching you strength and confidence and stamina, and that is huge for anybody that's suffering any kind of trauma. So that's really what helped me the most.
So let's do a little bit of mindfulness with people. We have been off and on not doing these in our podcasts, but being as how this one touches on such a hard issue that even you realized this was hard to deal with. But one of the things, like I said, that helped you was being so mindful.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that mindfulness is going through a positive affirmation. So we're going to do one of those right now.
Yeah.
So everyone just repeat after me. I am worthy of healing and happiness. I choose to face my challenges with courage and embrace healthy solutions. I am worthy of healing and happiness. I choose to face my challenges with courage and embrace healthy solutions. So,
Yeah. Remember, overcoming any kind of dependency is a journey. It's not a destination. You need to be patient with yourself. You need to allow yourself grace when you make mistakes and just go, whoops, I'm starting over. Celebrate your progress. I mean, for me, when I quit drinking because it had such a hold on me, if I was able, and I was a night drinker mainly, but if I could go an hour without taking a drink, that's celebrating. Praise it.
That's something a lot of people, and we've brought that up in a few other podcasts, people just need to start doing is celebrate your small moments.
Absolutely.
If you slip up and you realize you slip up, that's even a celebration.
Yes.
It's like, oh my God, I didn't mean to take that drink.
Right. Absolutely.
So celebrate these small
Absolutely.
moments.
Also, seek help if you need it.
Yeah.
This is, don't try to do a journey alone. Get help. If you have someone in your life, be a support system to them. To me, the worst thing you can do to anybody is just to say you've got a problem and you need to stop and kind of scold them. They're doing that because they're escaping a life trauma anyway. I'm not saying baby them or give in to them. Certainly do not be codependent. You may have to separate yourself from them if they are causing you problems, but be a support system. Let them know, hey, I'm here for you. I will help you walk this road. But you got to take this step, and you got to want to do it.
And we're not any sort of therapist or anything like that. Like he said, please seek help with a professional.
Absolutely.
If you need it. If you do, though, are seriously wanting to change and get away from these dependencies, I mean, you can please feel free to email us, and we will, send you links to people that are trained to help you with this.
Yeah, and actually we're going to include some links in our description, of some places that may help you. If you got a church, if you got like any kind of community group in your area, reach out to them if you need to. It's good to have someone to help you be accountable. It's good to have someone check in on you. Because a lot of people drink too because they feel they got nobody, So please be that support system for somebody.
And really, even if you're not a member of a church, there are a lot of churches that you can go to and talk to the preacher at and everything. Just somebody that is there and willing to listen to you.
Yeah.
But don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. We do appreciate you all, and I mean we're really getting along here.
Yeah, we're two old gay guys that just have been through life ourselves. Like I said, we're not a therapist, but we want to share our journey. Hopefully, it can help encourage someone. And we'd just like you to hit a like, hit a subscribe, throw us in the algorithm. That's all we ask is just put us in the algorithm.
If you maybe aren't the one going through this dependency issue, but somebody that is, be that support group for that person. Be that support and help them through this. And share our podcast with them. Like Dan said, we both have gone through life. We both have been there. And, we all know what it's like when you have an addiction.
Absolutely.
So, yes, share that with us. And you'll email us. We will send you up with links for help, as well as put one in the description. But tune in next time when we will be talking about
being the change.
Being the change. On that note, everyone, go out there, have a wonderful day, enjoy life, and we will see you in the next podcast. Peace out.